Hi everybody. Okay, I'm just quickly refilming my intro because I want to read you guys some poems, so I'm going to put those right up here. And this video is basically dedicated to one of my friends, Seyi. And I know it's months late. His birthday was July, same as my stepdaughter, and I forgot both their fucking birthdays. I had it in a reminder, but it just didn't remind me, and then I wanted to get this poem to Seyi, like, ASAP, but life, you know? So I'm doing it now. I'm so sorry it's late, but okay, I just want to quickly read my poems. But if you want to see how I got this look, then just stay tuned. My first poem is to my friend Seyi, my Nigerian friend who randomly found me on Twitter and has just always been so fucking nice to me. And like, I don't know how I got so lucky to have a friend like Seyi, honestly. Like, he had written me a poem, which was so sweet, and he calls me Mrs. Savetti, which is so adorable. But I wrote a poem, like I drafted it, and then I just never formatted it. I wanted it to look good. So it took me months. I'm sorry, Seyi, I know I'm behind here, but okay. This one is called Constant Friend. However you came into my life, I don't know how. I got so lucky as to know now that no matter what, you're my constant friend. With every burden I share, all the angry tweets you see, all the smiles you bring me, it's you that is always there constantly to remind me I'm not alone. A constant joy, a friend indeed. Whether I'm angry, sad, crying, you're there when I'm in need of someone to just hear me out and remind me that I'm not in this on my own. Doesn't matter if the sky's so dark, because here you are. You're a fucking star that shines so bright with your smile of radiance. There's no such thing as a cold, dark night. Amidst the chaos, you remain a constant friend through both joy and pain. So happy belated birthday to you, Seyi. Nobody's more deserving of a life that is happy and rewarding. Thank you for everything. Your friendship is one and that always shows as we continue to learn and grow. So thank you, my constant friend, with you till the end. Seyi always likes my angry tweets. And this is why I'm like, I don't think I would want to, like, I don't want to link it on anything else. Like, it's been there since I was in high school, but over the last several years, there are just so many angry outbursts on there. I've gotten in trouble for some of those, but yeah. Seyi always likes my tweets and makes sure that I know that, like, no matter what is going on, like, he's there for me, so I really appreciate that. Okay, and now while we're on the subject of poetry, I did want to read a poem I found that I had written years ago. This is just one of my favorite poems because it's so petty, and I wrote it in on March 13th, 2019. And this poem I wrote specifically because of all the shit that was going on with those two cousins of mine. Like, I don't know, they lied about me in such a horrible way. I was heartbroken, so this was something I wrote. If I were a powerful queen, I'd arrest you for treason against me. Keep in mind that with every lie, you prove that you're a fool. If it was my turn to be cruel, you'd sit in a cell crying, because while we're over here actually trying, you think you can get through this by lying? You are one hell of a disgrace if you ever learn your place. I promise you'll regret taking all the wrong steps. When all is said and done, and we will be the ones who win the war you began, but when it finally ends, you will wish you never saw my face. And your lies will turn your life to waste. Oh my god. I'm sorry, I'm a petty bitch, so I just wanted to read that because it was pretty fucking awesome, and I totally forgot about that poem. So when I read it, it just made me happy to know that I was still petty as fuck back then, and even though I wasn't exactly saying what was going on, I was still, like, doing what I could to just, you know, express that freaking emotion, because I'm just one of those people, I have to express it. Otherwise, it just boils up inside. And I mean, like, that kind of happened. Like, I had to go ahead and just, like, put all that shit up in my video. And another reason I am even putting my poem for Seyi in this video is because he went ahead and watched that video, not once, but twice, before I put it publicly, and gave me some feedback and just let me know his thoughts. So I really appreciate that, and thank you, Seyi. Like, not a lot of people would do that. So I really genuinely appreciate you so much, and I'm so glad that I found you. And honestly, I just have so many amazing online friends, and I just wish I could get them all under the same roof, you know? Today I'm going to be using some of my neglected palettes that I just talked about. I uploaded my second part of that video this morning, and I didn't get to talk much about these singles. These are my MBA Cosmetics singles, and I plan to use, I'm thinking maybe the orange. There's these two. One is just a regular shimmer. This was a freebie that I purchased the rest, but I was super excited about that. I feel like I've used it maybe once or twice, but I think I want to incorporate this one and then this as well. They're just super pretty, and they're duochromes, and I have been neglecting them. And then let me show you the palettes I want to use, because today I'm going to be doing a look with a blonde wig that I just got in. So I'm going to be using the Too Faced Extra Spicy palette, which was a gift from my sister. Super cute palette. But I also wanted a little bit extra toned, and I feel like they're pretty similar, but this is the Soph times Revolution. Is this the Extra Spice palette? So we're using the Extra Spice and the Extra Spicy palette, and I just realized that, and no, it was not intentional, but they're very similar in color story. This one, I'm just like, I don't know, I'm just feeling something pretty and like fall-like, so I just want to use as many like fall colors as possible. Not sure if I'll use any like green, but I'm thinking like some yellow, orange, berry tones, and red. Like, we'll just see what happens. I'm not honestly very sure, and I feel like my shirt's not going to match the look I have in mind at all, but whatever. Okay, I'm just gonna quickly prime my lids and then we'll get started. I usually like to use more than one palette, just because sometimes, especially if I use like one palette on its own too much, then I start to feel uninspired. So having a bunch of options is like my thing. I'll literally use like 5, 6, 7 palettes, including like my single shadow palettes, just to create one look if I have the time and inspiration. So let's go see what happens. I did just tweeze my eyebrows, and this one especially is sore, so I'm trying to be careful here. Alright, I think I'm going to quickly use the shade Vanilla Wafers, this light shade, just to very quickly like set my crease before any creasing happens. It's funny because this one looks kind of like a creamy color, but it is slightly darker than I initially expected it to be, but still very easy light shade. I'm just gonna blend that through very quickly. I think the next shadow I want to take is Butterscotch, this yellow. It's a little bit more orange than like a mustard, and I really like it. I have not used this palette in forever. Okay, I might actually add a tiny bit of Vanilla Wafers right to that inner area. Okay, so that's what we have so far. And then I'm going to take in a pinch through part of my crease, ever so lightly in my crease. I don't want it to get too orange too fast. But yeah, I'm going to dip back into Vanilla Wafers and do the same thing, where I just kind of blend that out a little bit. I just want to soften that edge just a tiny bit. Okay, I might actually take a little bit more Butterscotch. I'm thinking that yellow Vitamin C is going to be my like inner corner shadow. So the next one I want to take from this palette is For the Gram, and I'm going to start putting that like towards the center of my lid. My inspiration for this is going to be like, you know, Fallen Leaves, Mulled Wine, which is I think the name, oh yeah, that's the name of a shadow in here think I want to do something kind of reddish on my outer corner area. For the gram is like a really pretty warm brown. Okay. Slowly but surely adding more pigment and blending everything together. Okay, so this is what we have on the eyes so far. I'm going to use Hot Tamale and then Mulled Wine from the other palette, and then we'll go from there. So I tried to wipe my brush off a little bit. So I'm going to take Hot Tamale, which is one of my most used shades in this palette. Looks like it's starting to get a little bit hard panned, but whatever. Okay, let me start by just like dabbing a little bit on the edge. Okay, yeah, it's not really wanting to blend well, so I'm just going to quickly do the same on the other side, and then we'll leave this palette alone. There's some really pretty reds in this palette. We've got this like shimmery romance shade, which is like kind of like a dark berry shimmer. Then we have Mulled Wine, which is one of my favorite shadows, but then we also have 21, and I don't know if I've ever used that one, so I think I want to use a combination of these two, and maybe we'll even put that shimmer on like my outer edge, just to use one of the shimmers. If I'm gonna use a shimmer that's kind of like one of these formulas where it's very not sparkly, not really metallic, doesn't really offer much, I'll tend to incorporate those sort of shadows into my outer corner area rather than put it as like an all over lid shade these days. But okay, actually I'm gonna take 21 and put that over the Hot Tamale shade, just to add some more red, add some more pigment. Yeah, there we go. Now we're actually getting somewhere. Okay, I'm going to take the tiniest dab and see if I can blend into my crease a little bit, because I'm about to start making my outer edge. Oops. Okay. So this is what we have going. And now I'm going to take Mulled Wine, which I'm super excited about because it's going to be my outer corner. Okay, I hope you guys can see me because sometimes I know I go out of frame. Again, I'm no professional fucking YouTuber. UPS is here, you guys. Okay, but I'm just gonna... whatever. Okay. Sometimes when I use these like Makeup Revolution shadows, I get this issue where it's like patchy. Just gotta keep blending. It's not a big deal. You can always reshape if necessary. But I try to just like blend as easily as I can, just in the spot where I need it. Okay, we can always soften this up later. Okay, I feel like that side looks way better because I built it up a little bit easier. Okay, I'm still trying to like be soft. I don't like when my eyeshadow does this where I get this like a line, so I usually will go back in with like a clean brush to fix it. But I'm just going to take a little bit of Running Late from this palette and see if I can blend that orange into the red a little more. Okay, Running Late is this like lighter orange. It's like a yellowy orange. It's not very different from the orange in the last palette. Okay, I'm just gonna take the same brush. Honestly, like if I was doing makeup on someone else, I would prefer to use multiple brushes, but it's me and it's my own look, and normally I'll literally use an eyeshadow brush until I can't use it anymore just because I hate washing brushes. But if you use multiple brushes, you'll probably have an easier time. You're probably saving yourself time when it comes to blending, but whatever. I like being able to fix my mistakes no matter what, because I really try to never scrap an eye look unless I absolutely need to. Like maybe I fucked up my eyeliner beyond repair. That has totally happened before where I've just had to like wipe off one entire eye, but I hate having to do that because then it feels like a giant waste of time and it can be discouraging. So I've really learned how to, like when I have makeup mistakes, how to just, at least when I can, I try to just keep going until it's fixed. Okay, I'm just gonna keep blending upwards a little bit, trying to soften my crease. Do it on both sides. So this is what we're working with now. Okay, actually I'm gonna take vitamin C right in that inner crease area. There we go. That's kind of cool. I'm gonna add more mulled wine to my outer V area. Sometimes I feel like with these sort of eyeshadows, they can blend away before you know it, before you even realize what happened. But yeah. Okay, so I'm thinking this is the look for now. Okay, hopefully you guys can see this better. You know what, maybe we'll even take a tiny bit of this Enchanted shade, which is like a darker, like almost like a purple brown, just for some extra depth. Nothing too much because I still want that red tone to be there, but I like having a dark outer corner. Even though usually my eyeliner covers it up for the most part. Next, I'm going to take Romance, just on my finger. This palette is never going on anyone else but me. It's super old. Don't worry about it. That's very lackluster. Build it up with my finger. I try not to go past like this outer area because once it's on like the crease of my eye, sometimes it can look weird when it's like a shimmer, not a matte, but sometimes I'll do it. All depends on what I'm feeling. Pretty so far. I don't know how even it actually is, but all right, I'm thinking the next shadow I want to do. Ooh, maybe this like, what is this? I believe it's called Tokyo Sun. Yeah, I'm gonna use Tokyo Sun like towards the center, and then we'll use Stellar Melon, which is like an orange to green, maybe even some gold. Duochrome. Okay, maybe it's only orange. No, it's like orange to a greeny gold. It is very pretty. And then I'll show you Tokyo Sun, which I'm so grateful MBA Cosmetics sent me. Super nice of them. But okay, let me grab my glitter glue. I look scary right there. Okay, I'm just gonna take a little dab of my Bella Beauté Bar glitter glue. This is like a little mirror. Oh, that sticker looks horrible, but I'm just gonna use it. It's my daughter's mirror. And you know, Havana, God, Havana is just the cutest little twerp ever. Like, Nick and I right now we're watching The Flash again, which we've already watched. It's a great show, by the way. I'm sorry, I'm trying not to look up. I used to think that like sci-fi movies were stupid, which is so dumb, because I just like, I don't know, I think I just read some really bad dystopian novels in like middle and high school. So I was like, ugh, I hate sci-fi. I was just like not into science fiction shit. I didn't understand the appeal of like superhero things. But no, my husband introduced me to first the Marvel Cinematic Universe, and I was just in the love like ever since. Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. is literally one of my favorite shows of all time. It's so good. Nick and I recently, first we started rewatching S.H.I.E.L.D. Ooh, that's super pretty. So we started rewatching S.H.I.E.L.D. and then we went on to Daredevil, Jessica Jones, Luke Cage, and Iron Fist in that order. I really like those shows. I just think they're awesome. But then after that we were like, okay, what are we gonna watch next? I guess we'll watch Flash again, and then we'll probably watch Arrow, and then maybe, I don't know, Supergirl or something. But I really like Flash, and oh, I actually wanted to read a quote. But anyways, the whole reason I'm talking about this is because Havana, she's been watching some of the episodes with us. And then the other day I'm like making her ramen noodles and she just randomly says, "My name is Barry Allen." And it was so funny, and now she just won't stop saying it. And she goes up to Nick and she's like, "I'm Barry Allen." So now we just can't unhear it. It's so funny. Okay, this is the quote I heard the other, like literally just a couple days ago. I just thought it was so spot on because of some of the things you guys have seen me do lately. I have tried to confront my past, like, very publicly, which is kind of crazy, but, like, I am just, like, a chronic oversharer. Like, I know I am. I've always been like this, way before I ever had, like, a YouTube channel or anything, or an Instagram. But basically, I felt like I was holding on to things, and I had let people silence me, and I still kind of am in a way, but I felt like I had let some shit go on for too long. So that's why I took matters into my own hands, and I was like, I'm just gonna deal with this. But I love this quote. Sometimes the only way to move forward is to revisit the things in your past that were holding you back. You have to deal with them head on, no matter how scary they may be, because once you do, you see that you can go further than you've ever imagined. I just thought that was perfect, because I'm like, that like hits home, especially with everything that's been happening. So yeah, you know, I've had people tell me that I need to get over myself, and I need to just get over it because, oh, it doesn't matter anymore. But that's where they're wrong. It matters to me. This freaking cat, bro. It matters to me. So, you know, I'm gonna say what I want. I'm not gonna censor myself. I understand, like, that could cost me people that want to maybe have their makeup done by me. They might see my channel and they might want nothing to do with me after that, but, like, I need to, like, to be able to heal from things, I need to be able to call some shit out. So I'm gonna finish the rest of my makeup, and I want to read some poems. Oh yeah, let me get, like, a really close up. Okay, this is my completed look. I had to, like, really rush there because I totally forgot about my group. But okay, I have to go join my group. Thank you guys so much for watching. I'll definitely have to post this look, but gotta go. Love you guys so much. I hope you guys have a wonderful day, and I'll see you next time. Bye.